It's a beautiful afternoon in Zone 10A. The weather is just wonderful. It's probably somewhere in the high 80s, low 90s. And I'm out here trying to do one of my projects that I talked about in my cleanup video, and that is making a container cover for my friend's garden. So you just take the top, and they're a little tough. I've got this one started, and I'm using a box cutter knife, and I'm just going right down the seam. Oh, by the way, this is a Yuma Gardener, and I'm in Zone 10A, and I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. So I'm just going to keep cutting around. Corners are kind of hard to do, but it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be rough cut, doesn't matter. You just want to cut out the center part of the lid to the container. She has these beautiful purple containers. Okay, one more corner to go. And we're just gonna pop that up. We're gonna keep this center part because we can use this for a number of different things. And I'll try to do videos on that. So the next thing is we're going to cover this container with, I had some tulle here. Let's see if I can find a piece. And what this is you can find this in the fabric department. It's just tulle, Tulle, I believe, tulle. And I just want to fit this over the top, and with my staple gun I'm going to staple this. It doesn't matter how you do it, you just want to staple this on. And I'm going to make sure that the staples are closed up well, so if she's working with it, she doesn't get scratched by the underside of this staple. That one didn't go in very well. And to do that, I'm using my needle nose pliers. So I'm going to tighten that down. And I'm going to turn it. And again, I'm going to staple. And tighten those down. It's a little noisy in the background. That's the trash trucks picking up the trash. Okay. So I am pulling this tight 'cause I got it stapled under the bottom there. I'm gonna pull this part tight. Yeah, it's important to push down on the back side of these staples just to make sure that you don't scratch or cut yourself when you're trying to put these on or take them off. One more side to go, and I am going to pull this tight. Staple. And tighten down. I have been working really hard out here in the garden to clean up my workspace, and part of the problem is I have so many projects started or waiting to be started that they were just all over the place. And this is one of those projects that was cluttering up my workspace. Now with tulle, you can just, to cut it, just gather it up. You don't have to be particular about it, and just cut. It doesn't fray or anything like that. It's not going to. Have any unraveling edges or anything like that. Trim it all the way around the edges. Okay, and we want to save this. So you need to have a container or something. I need to find a container to save this, because one thing with this strip like this, it doesn't look like you can do much with it, but these make good plant ties because they stretch with the plant. They're not going to dig into the plant. These little pieces can just be used to cover up a plant that you don't, a seedling that you don't want the birds getting into. So I'm going to go back now around the corners. So when I set up my friend's garden, she was out of town, and you can go back and you can look at those videos. It's called Setting Up a Container, Part 1 and Part 2. And actually, I was going to garden because I was running out of space here, and she has more space than I do. And so I thought, well, she doesn't garden. Sometimes she brings stuff over here. I don't know what she wants me to do with it, but she brought over a celery. She cut off the bottom of a celery, and she wanted to see if she couldn't regrow it, and she stuck it in one of my pots. It didn't do too well, but anyway, I know people have videos out on how to regrow plants from store-bought vegetables and things like that. Well, you can try it, but I just think it's not worth your time or energy. Anyway, so she wasn't really much into gardening. And there we go. So now she has a nice cover to put over her containers to keep birds and things from eating up her seedlings. Okay, so 2 days ago, this was broccoli and it had leaves on it. And then 2 days ago, I came out here and this is what I had. And something got in here and ate all the leaves off of the broccoli. So now, just a couple of days ago, I was just talking about having to thin this out. Well, looks like I got some help because now I'm going to have to start all over because something got to my broccoli. So that's why we have to cover. So this is the cover that I made for her garden, for her containers. And you can put it over the containers any way you like. See that? So what I suspect is that the white cabbage moth came in, laid some eggs there, and when they hatch, they have these green worms on there that eat up the leaves. They're like caterpillars that will eat up the leaves, and they're so green you can barely see them from tell them from the back of the plants. I can see I have a cover over here because I've got some lettuce and I got some coming up there. I've got some carrots down here. I've got those. I've got my radishes over here and they're covered. I got a zucchini plant coming up and it's covered. So this is the one that I made for my friend, and I need to make another one for me before I plant my radishes again, not my radishes, my broccoli again. I'm definitely going to make a cover for this particular container. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. I guess it's a long, hard process to build up a YouTube channel. And I'm working on it. I'm trying to work on my editing skills. I'm trying to work on my video skills and other things that is needed to have a successful channel. So I hope you enjoyed this channel. I'm in Zone 10A. This is Yuma, Arizona, and we are entering our winter planting season, which is really one of the best seasons that we have. It's a long season, and we really get a lot of plantings. We can do, especially with radishes and things that germinate really fast, you can do 2 or 3 plantings in one season. With that, I'm just going to say goodbye and have a great day.